Can you believe this just dropped? Teyana Taylor, yes, the Teyana Taylor just revealed a scandal so wild it's shaking Hollywood to its core. Imagine catching your spouse in your bed. Not with a stranger, not with someone you've never heard of, but with Kelvin Harrison Jr. And wait for it, this isn't even the first time. Are we talking about betrayal, double-crossing, or straight-up Hollywood chaos? Because if you thought celebrity drama peaked with last season's reality TV fights, think again. Aaron Pierre, the man in the middle of this explosive triangle, has officially made headlines, but not for his talent. No, this time it's for lies, deception, and yes, bedroom betrayals that are leaving fans and Teyana herself stunned. So, what really happened behind closed doors? How did Kelvin Harrison Jr. end up in the middle of this love triangle nobody saw coming? And why does this scandal feel like it was ripped straight from a Bravo reality show, with all the glitz, the lies, and the tea spilling we live for? Stick around, because what I'm about to reveal will make you question everything you thought you knew about Hollywood relationships, loyalty, and let's be honest, the length some people will go for fame, pleasure, or just pure chaos. You're not ready for this. The scandal that just dropped has everyone in Hollywood holding their breath. Teyana Taylor, a woman known for her grace, her talent, and her ability to command the stage, has just revealed a betrayal that no one saw coming. And the man at the center of it all? Aaron Pierre! The name that once conjured images of charm, success, and sophistication is now synonymous with deception, lies, and heartbreak. But he wasn't alone in this shocking revelation. Kelvin Harrison Jr., an actor who has recently been climbing the ladder of Hollywood fame, somehow ended up in Teyana's bedroom, and yes, this revelation comes with the bombshell twist that this is not the first time. Not the first time! Can you imagine the level of shock, the sheer audacity? Because Hollywood is no stranger to drama, but this is next-level betrayal. And the story gets even more complicated when you start peeling back the layers of past relationships, whispered rumors, and quiet betrayals that have been hiding behind glossy magazine covers and paparazzi flashes. Teyana's revelation is not just about a single incident. It's about patterns, repeated behavior, and a network of deceit that stretches back months, possibly even years. Sources close to the situation have suggested that Aaron Pierre has been juggling multiple relationships under the radar, crafting an image of loyalty and love while weaving a web of manipulation. Kelvin Harrison Jr.'s involvement adds another layer to this tangled web, because it isn't simply a Hollywood fling. It's a repeated intrusion into trust, into the sanctity of someone's private life. And for Teyana, the heartbreak is personal, public, and painfully visible. She describes a moment of discovery that is cinematic in its intensity, a scene that could rival any scripted drama. Imagine opening your bedroom door and seeing the person you trusted most in the arms of someone who should have been off limits. Someone who was meant to be a distant acquaintance rather than a participant in your personal life's collapse. The betrayal is tangible, almost unbearable to imagine. And yet, this is exactly what happened. But let's not forget the layers that make this scandal even more combustible. Teyana is not just any celebrity. She is a woman whose public image has been meticulously cultivated. She represents strength, independence, and resilience. For her to reveal such an intimate betrayal is not just shocking, it is explosive. And Aaron Pierre, who once held admiration from fans for his charm and perceived loyalty, now faces the public's scrutiny like never before. His past actions are being re-examined under a microscope, with every prior rumor, every alleged misstep, every whispered conversation coming back into the spotlight. And while Hollywood has seen cheating scandals before, the involvement of Kelvin Harrison Jr. adds that next-level intrigue. He's younger, rising, and in a position where his choices could define or destroy his career. How did it come to this? Who knew what and when? And perhaps most importantly, what does this reveal about the hidden side of celebrity culture, where loyalty, friendship, and love are commodities to be exploited for attention, opportunity, or thrill? the public reaction has been immediate and unrelenting. Social media exploded within hours of Teyana's revelation. Fans, critics, and celebrity gossip pages lit up with commentary, speculation, and hot takes. Some defended Teyana, lauding her courage and calling out the audacity of Aaron Pierre and Kelvin Harrison Jr. Others questioned the timing, wondering if this revelation is a response to a growing pattern of public behavior or if there's more to the story than meets the eye. And yet, despite the debates, one thing is crystal clear. This scandal has consumed the entertainment world. Talk shows, podcasts, YouTube channels, and online news outlets scrambled to cover every angle, every whisper, every insinuation. The ripple effect is massive, and it shows no sign of slowing down. What's particularly fascinating is how this scandal intersects with past controversies. Aaron Pierre, for instance, has been rumored in the past to have complicated relationships that didn't always end cleanly. While nothing was ever confirmed, insiders hinted at a pattern of manipulative behavior and secretive flings. Teyana's revelation now retroactively adds context to those rumors, making them seem less like speculation and more like premonition. And Kelvin Harrison Jr., who has carefully curated his public image as a rising star, is suddenly thrust into the harsh glare of accountability. His choices, previously unnoticed, are now dissected in real time, analyzed and reanalyzed by fans and media alike. Every Instagram story, every red carpet appearance, every seemingly innocent photo is suddenly loaded with implications, and the tension is palpable. It's the kind of scandal that doesn't just entertain, it makes people question who they can trust, who is authentic, and who is simply playing a role in the performance of celebrity life. The betrayal isn't just emotional, it's strategic. According to anonymous sources close to the situation, there's a calculated pattern to these interactions. Aaron Pierre reportedly used charm, attention, and flattery to maintain a dual-image loyal husband on one side, thrill-seeker on the other. And Kelvin Harrison Jr., intentionally or not, became part of a cycle that kept both parties in a state of tension, secrecy, and eventual exposure. Leaks from unnamed insiders suggest that there were multiple instances where interactions crossed boundaries, each one carefully hidden until the inevitable moment of discovery. And when Teyana finally found out, the fallout was immediate, devastating, and undeniable. Friends close to the couple describe a scene of confrontation, accusations, and heartbreak, where the truth couldn't be denied and the consequences couldn't be ignored. And here's where the story gets even more sensational. Social media didn't just react, it exploded. Clips, memes, reaction videos, and threads flooded every platform within minutes. Fans took sides, some defending Teyana as a victim of deceit, others scrutinizing the intentions of both Aaron and Kelvin. The scandal quickly morphed from a private betrayal into a full-blown cultural phenomenon, a moment of collective entertainment, outrage, and obsession. The drama, the tension, the timing, it's all playing out in real time, providing a case study in how celebrity scandals go viral in the modern age. This isn't just gossip. This is a masterclass in public perception, in narrative control, and in the fragile line between private life and public spectacle. And as the story unfolds, the stakes only get higher, because every revelation, every leaked detail, every fan reaction adds another layer to an already combustible situation. There's also the matter of pattern recognition. Industry insiders, speaking under the condition of anonymity, have noted that Aaron Pierre's behavior is not a one-off event. They point to past indiscretions, overlapping relationships, and moments where trust was compromised. What makes this particular scandal different, however, is the involvement of someone like Kelvin Harrison Jr., whose own reputation and career trajectory are now entwined with this controversy. And for Teyana, the betrayal is magnified by its public nature, by the knowledge that this isn't simply a personal heartbreak, but a spectacle for fans, media, and the entertainment industry at large. The combination of repeated deceit, public exposure, and calculated risk makes this scandal unprecedented in its intensity. It's not just the betrayal, it's the narrative, the spectacle, and the relentless public fascination that make it explosive. What happened next is exactly the kind of scene people live for in Hollywood gossip circles. Teyana didn't just quietly step away. She confronted, she revealed, she made the moment known. Sources describe a confrontation that was intense, dramatic, and emotionally charged. Words were exchanged, accusations were thrown, and the raw emotion of betrayal was on full display. And this is where the scandal feeds itself. The more people talk, speculate, and react, the more attention it draws. The more sensational it becomes until the story is no longer just about who did what, but about the spectacle itself. The betrayal, the secrecy, the repeated behavior, the public revelation, it all combines to create a perfect storm of drama that keeps audiences glued to the unfolding narrative. And while we're still uncovering details, one thing is undeniably clear: Hollywood will never be the same. Fans are dissing. Dissecting every angle, social media influencers are spinning theories, and the entertainment press is scrambling for exclusives. Every past rumor about Aaron Pierre now feels validated. Every subtle sign in Kelvin Harrison Jr.'s career suddenly seems significant, and Teyana's brave revelation has set a new standard for accountability. This scandal is about more than just cheating. It's about exposure, public reaction, and the way narratives are constructed in the modern celebrity ecosystem. The intersection of personal betrayal and public spectacle is what makes it explosive, unforgettable, and destined to dominate headlines for weeks to come. To understand the full magnitude of this Hollywood earthquake, we need to dive deep into what insiders are calling a calculated betrayal of epic proportions. According to sources who have asked to remain anonymous, Aaron Pierre's behavior wasn't impulsive or casual, it was systematic. Multiple eyewitness accounts suggest that he has been juggling relationships with a precision that rivals the most intricate plotlines of reality TV dramas. Friends close to Teyana say that the signs were there long before the infamous bedroom reveal. Texts that vanished mysteriously, phone calls at odd hours, and whispered rumors among mutual friends all pointed to a dual life that Aaron Pierre was living, one that fans and the public never saw. But the ultimate shocker, the involvement of Kelvin Harrison Jr., who insiders claim wasn't just a what-I'm fling, but part of a recurring pattern that suggests a deliberate crossing of lines, boundaries, and trust. Anonymous sources revealed that Kelvin had been in contact with Aaron multiple times before the scandal broke, and those conversations, supposedly private, were heavily misrepresented to protect their public images. Some insiders even claimed there were coded messages, secret meetups, and invitations to exclusive parties that seemed innocent on the surface but were, in fact, carefully orchestrated encounters. Imagine the audacity of keeping these interactions hidden while maintaining a facade of friendship and professionalism in public. The betrayal cuts deeper because Teyana trusted both men not only as romantic partners, but as peers within the Hollywood scene. Friends describe her sense of shock as cinematic, like a scene ripped straight from a Bravo reality series, where the lines between reality and entertainment blur so completely that the audience can hardly tell which is which. As news of the incident went public, the social media ecosystem exploded. Fans immediately flooded Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok with theories, reactions, and memes. Hashtag #TyneExposeEACute and hashtag Aaron Pierre scandal began trending within hours, and reaction videos racked up millions of views. The public frenzy didn't stop there. It spilled into talk shows, late-night entertainment segments, and even mainstream news outlets. Where anchors struggled to piece together the timeline of betrayal, people were dissecting old interviews, scrolling through social media histories, and speculating about secret interactions that may have gone unnoticed for months. This wasn't just a scandal, it was a full-blown cultural phenomenon, a case study in modern celebrity betrayal and the power of narrative control in the age of instant information. The leaked evidence, according to insiders, paints a picture that Hollywood tabloids would kill for. Screenshots, voice notes, and supposedly deleted video clips suggest that Aaron Pierre and Kelvin Harrison Jr. were not only crossing personal boundaries, but were also flaunting their actions in subtle ways, leaving trails of breadcrumbs that only the most vigilant observers would notice. Some reports even claim lavish spending on secret meetings, gifts, and luxury trips, hinting at an extravagant lifestyle that fueled and masked the scandal. This is the kind of detail that makes fans gasp, critics write think pieces, and gossip channels light up like a firestorm. Every revelation adds another layer of complexity. Aaron's repeated deception, Kelvin's willingness to participate in the scheme, and the sheer scale of secrecy all compound the drama, making it impossible to ignore. Public reactions have been equally intense. Supporters of Teyana Taylor flooded social media with messages of solidarity, applauding her courage for exposing the truth. Finally, someone holding Hollywood accountable, one fan wrote. This isn't just cheating, it's strategic betrayal. Others were less sympathetic to Aaron and Kelvin, dissecting every past action, questioning intentions, and even digging into historical social media posts for signs of misconduct. Some fans have speculated that Aaron Pierre's image as a charming, loyal figure was entirely manufactured, a carefully curated persona designed to distract from his behind-the-scenes duplicity. And Kelvin Harrison Jr., now facing scrutiny that extends beyond this single incident, is suddenly at the center of a public debate about morality, responsibility, and the pressures of rising stardom. Industry insiders hint that the scandal may have wider implications than anyone expected. There are rumors about potential professional fallout, including lost opportunities, canceled endorsements, and strained relationships with producers and fellow actors. One unnamed insider claimed that studios are quietly reviewing contracts, and there's definitely some concern about public image damage. The narrative is shifting from personal betrayal to professional consequences. And it's only getting more intense as every new leak, rumor, or social media post surfaces. The combination of personal scandal and career jeopardy makes this one of the most explosive celebrity stories in recent memory, capturing attention across all entertainment platforms simultaneously. The drama is further intensified by Teyana's own handling of the situation. Rather than retreating into silence, she engaged with the story in a way that both asserted her agency and amplified the scandal. Her statements, calm yet piercing, have been interpreted as a masterclass in public reclamation, turning a deeply personal betrayal into a powerful narrative about courage, accountability, and empowerment. Teyana's voice, once used primarily to entertain, now commands attention as she details the intricacies of the deception, the repeated patterns, and the emotional toll. This level of transparency in Hollywood is rare, and it only magnifies the shock factor, making the public more invested, more outraged, and more eager for every subsequent revelation. Leaked reports also suggest that Aaron Pierre may have underestimated the public's response. Sources describe his attempts to downplay the scandal as clumsy, defensive, and ultimately ineffective. He reportedly sought private resolutions, including apologies and private meetings, but Teyana's decision to go public escalated the story to a level he could not control. Kelvin Harrison Jr. similarly faced intense pressure as fans and media dissected every action, word, and gesture, turning him into a central figure in a narrative he likely never anticipated being a headline for. The combination of secrecy, betrayal, and eventual exposure creates a tension that keeps audiences glued to updates, creating a feedback loop where speculation fuels further revelation, which in turn fuels more discussion. Another layer to this scandal involves the network of friends, colleagues, and insiders who were aware or partially aware of the situation before it exploded publicly. Anonymous sources hint that there were moments when close friends suspected something was off, but lacked concrete evidence. In hindsight, these clues now appear obvious: strange schedules, unexplained absences, and inconsistent stories, but at the time, they were subtle enough to be dismissed as coincidental. Hollywood, with its veneer of glamour and controlled appearances, often hides the most explosive drama in plain sight. This scandal is a perfect example of that dynamic. what seemed like normal social interactions, industry events, or friendly gatherings were in reality part of a larger web of secrecy and betrayal that only came to light because Teyana had the courage to expose it. And the fallout extends beyond the individuals involved. Fans and media outlets have begun debating the broader implications for celebrity culture as a whole. What does it say about trust, loyalty, and authenticity in Hollywood? How much of what is presented to the public is genuine, and how much is performance? The answers are messy, complicated, and deeply human, which is why this scandal resonates so profoundly. It's not just about the individuals, it's about the culture of secrecy, the allure of scandal, and the intoxicating power of revelation in a world where image often trumps reality. The story keeps unfolding with every new leak, anonymous tip, and fan theory adding fuel to the fire. Perhaps most compelling is the way the scandal has been magnified by the media ecosystem. Online publications, YouTube channels, and celebrity gossip pages all rushed to cover every angle, often embellishing details for maximum engagement. Some outlets focused on the shocking personal betrayal, while others emphasized professional consequences and public backlash. Reaction videos, live commentary, and meme compilations exploded across platforms, transforming a deeply personal experience into a shared, collective spectacle. The result is a story that lives and breathes beyond the individuals involved, becoming a cultural touchstone for discussions about trust, fame, and the high cost of public exposure in Hollywood. As the dust settles on what has been called the most explosive Hollywood scandal of the year, the fallout from Teyana Taylor's revelation is nothing short of seismic. Aaron Pierre, once seen as a rising star with charm to spare, now faces not only public outrage, but a wave of potency, professional consequences that could alter his career trajectory forever. Industry insiders speculate that casting directors are reevaluating projects, sponsors are quietly distancing themselves, and several high-profile collaborations are now on uncertain ground. One anonymous source within the industry revealed, "Studios are watching, fans are reacting, and every move Aaron makes from here on out will be under a microscope." This isn't just gossip, it's a career-defining moment. Meanwhile, Kelvin Harrison Jr., caught in the crossfire of public scrutiny, is dealing with the dual weight of personal criticism and professional reputational damage. Even casual social media users are weighing in, dissecting old interviews, photos, and appearances, searching for evidence of prior indiscretions and plotting out every possible consequence. It's the kind of intense attention that can either make or break a career, and, in this case, the scale of public interest is unprecedented. But the consequences extend far beyond the individuals directly involved. The scandal has sparked conversations about accountability, privacy, and the blurred lines between public persona and private behavior in the entertainment industry. Media outlets, from ABC News to BBC Entertainment segments, are dissecting every aspect of the incident, creating a feeding frenzy that shows no signs of slowing. Analysts and commentators are weighing in on the broader implications, debating whether Hollywood's culture of secrecy, curated images, and carefully managed personal branding makes these types of scandals inevitable. One cultural critic even tweeted, "If this isn't a cautionary tale about trust and public image in celebrity culture, I don't know what is." The intensity of the discussion underscores how deeply this story has resonated, not just as a tale of betrayal, but as a symbol of the fragile balance between fame and authenticity. Amid this maelstrom, Teyana Taylor herself has become a figure of public admiration. Her bravery in speaking out lauded across social media platforms. Fans have praised her transparency, calling her revelation an act of empowerment that challenges the culture of silence often surrounding high-profile betrayals. Some have even compared her to a modern-day whistleblower, exposing not just personal deceit, but the performative nature of celebrity relationships. Supporters have taken to hashtags, reaction videos, and livestream commentary, all in an effort to amplify her narrative. She didn't just catch them, she exposed a system. One viral comment reads, capturing the collective sentiment of a public fascinated by both the scandal and the courage it took to reveal it. Meanwhile, the relentless scrutiny of Aaron Pierre and Kelvin Harrison Jr. intensifies as every public appearance, social media post, or interview is analyzed for signs of guilt, remorse, or further deception. Financial and professional ramifications are also entering the conversation. Hypothetical scenarios floated by entertainment insiders suggest potential loss of endorsements, paused collaborations, and even contract reviews with major studios. Imagine the fallout if projects already in motion are delayed, or if brands quietly reconsider partnerships to protect their own public image. One insider hinted, Hollywood moves fast, but it moves faster when a scandal of this magnitude drops. The ripple effects are enormous. Beyond individual careers, the scandal has prompted a reevaluation of trust dynamics in Hollywood partnerships, from romantic relationships to professional alliances. Executives, producers, and collaborators are reportedly discussing protocols for managing public perception, avoiding similar entanglements, and protecting their investments in both people and projects. Legal hypotheticals have also begun to circulate. While no formal investigations have been confirmed, speculation is rampant about potential civil implications, especially regarding breaches of trust, defamation, or contractual obligations tied to professional engagements. Legal analysts on entertainment panels have raised questions. Could Teyana pursue formal action for damages, or could this scandal open doors to lawsuits related to professional misconduct? While these remain speculative, the discussion adds yet another layer of intensity, underscoring the gravity of the revelation. Hollywood, after all, is a world where image, reputation, and public perception are currency, and the potential for consequences extends beyond heartbreak into contracts, litigation, and the business of stardom itself. The media frenzy has also created a feedback loop, amplifying both the scandal and its cultural impact. Social media platforms became battlegrounds for fan opinions, viral reaction content, and debates over loyalty, ethics, and morality. Influencers, content creators, and YouTubers capitalized on the story, producing commentary, exposes, and even dramatic reenactments that skyrocketed engagement. Every leaked detail or whispered rumor feeds the audience's appetite for drama, creating a situation where speculation can rival fact in terms of influence. From late-night talk shows to reality TV recaps on VH1 and Bravo, the scandal dominates coverage, keeping audiences glued to the unfolding narrative. It's a textbook example of how personal betrayal intersects with modern media dynamics to create a spectacle of enormous scale, where the story transcends the individuals involved and becomes a cultural event in its own right. And yet, amidst the chaos, the human element remains central. Teyana's pain, betrayal, and subsequent empowerment resonate because they are relatable, even in the extreme context of celebrity life. Her story underscores universal themes: trust broken, boundaries crossed, and the courage to reclaim one's narrative. Aaron Pierre and Kelvin Harrison Jr., meanwhile, serve as cautionary examples of how duplicity and secrecy can unravel in a public arena. The combination of emotional intensity, professional stakes, and media amplification makes this scandal uniquely compelling. A multi-layered narrative that appeals to both fans of celebrity culture and observers fascinated by human behavior under pressure. In short, it's the kind of story that fuels viral content for weeks, months, and perhaps even years to come. By now, the ripple effects of this scandal are being felt across Hollywood. Networks are reassessing their talent rosters, PR teams are working overtime to manage narratives, and entertainment journalists are chasing every lead in search of the next revelation. Fans continue to debate, dissect, and speculate, transforming a deeply personal betrayal into a collective cultural obsession. And Teyana Taylor, through her courage and willingness to speak out, has not only exposed the duplicity of Aaron Pierre and Kelvin Harrison Jr., but also illuminated the broader dynamics of trust, power, and public perception in Hollywood. The scandal, in all its shocking complexity, serves as a reminder that celebrity life, no matter how glamorous, is rife with hidden dangers, secret betrayals, and stories that refuse to stay behind closed doors. In the end, what we are witnessing is more than just a cheating scandal. It is an intricate, multi-dimensional event that touches on the very heart of celebrity culture, media influence, and public obsession. It's about betrayal and deception, yes, but also about courage, accountability, and the ways in which individuals navigate both personal relationships and public scrutiny. As Hollywood reacts, as fans weigh in, and as the media continues to amplify every nuance, one thing is certain: this scandal will not be forgotten anytime soon. Every revelation, every leak, every new social media post adds to a narrative that is equal parts shocking, entertaining, and utterly compelling. It's the kind of story that defines an era of celebrity culture, blending personal heartbreak with public spectacle in a way that few scandals ever have. And as the dust settles or fails to settle, Teyana Taylor's revelation stands as a dramatic, unforgettable moment that will continue to ripple through the entertainment world for months to come. So, what do you think really happened behind closed doors? Was Aaron Pierre just careless, or was this a calculated betrayal from the start? And Kelvin Harrison Jr. innocent bystander or willing participant in a drama that's now shaking Hollywood to its core? The truth is, we may never know every detail. But one thing is crystal clear: trust was broken, loyalties were tested, and Teyana Taylor's courage to speak out has exposed a side of celebrity life most of us only imagine in reality TV fantasies. Now it's your turn. Who do you side with? Do you believe Teyana's story, or do you think there's more behind the curtain that Hollywood hasn't revealed yet? Could this scandal change the careers of Aaron Pierre and Kelvin Harrison Jr.? Or will the public's fascination fuel their rise even higher? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because the conversation is just getting started, and trust us, you do not want to miss a single twist. Make sure to like this video if you're as shocked as we are. Share it with your friends who live for celebrity drama, and subscribe for more breaking news, deep dives, and insider tea from Hollywood that nobody else will tell you. The story isn't over yet, and you'll want to be front row when the next bombshell drops.